Hey everybody, welcome back to Creech Questions. I am here with Sean Clark.
Hello, how you doing today?
Pretty good, how about you? How's the con? I know it's the first day, but how's it going so far?
Well, so far so good. Today's a lot mellower than Saturday and Sunday. The big guns come out Saturday and Sunday. That's when I'm going to be really busy. But today, it's busy, but I'm at least free to roam today. So.
All right. Speaking of busy, with Convention All-Stars, you have hundreds of clients, especially it seems like majorly focused in the horror industry. How is it trying to keep up with all the actors and getting them to all the other conventions? Is it really hard? Is it hectic? How does that go?
Yes, it is hard. It's hectic. Fortunately, I have good people that work with me and I trust to do the shows that I can't be at. But yeah, sometimes it can be a little nuts to coordinate, especially, there's been weekends I've had 5 shows going on in the same weekend. And then I'm getting texts from all over the world like, oh, blah, blah, blah is happening. And, I have to put out fires from across the country, stuff like that. But hey, it's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, it's always good to be busy.
Yeah.
And speaking of Convention All-Stars, what made you decide to get into the convention management and booking agency?
Totally by accident. Basically, I had been a fan of conventions and going to conventions since like late 80s, 88, 89. And I'd become friends with a lot of celebrities, and I'd become a journalist. And I put on a convention in 2003, the Halloween 25th anniversary convention. It was called Halloween Returns to Haddonfield. And through doing that and doing the 25 Years of Terror documentary, I just made all these connections. And I forgot at some point one of the celebrities hit me up about, hey, that promoter, can you get me in there? I did. And then he hit me up again to get him in another one. And I started thinking, is there something I could be doing here? Like, is there a job here? And quite frankly, I only did it because I found out that if I was their agent, that the show would fly me in and put me up, and I'd get to go to the convention for free. And I'm like, Jesus, man, I've been flying myself in. I've been paying for tickets. I've been paying for hotels. I was like, this is a dream come true. I wasn't doing it to make money. It was like getting into conventions for free. I'm in, count me in. And then it just grew, word of mouth, referrals. Next thing I knew, I had, like I said, I'd just done the Halloween documentary, so I started calling all the Halloween people and saying, hey, you want to do this? So literally my original lineup was all Halloween people. And that's kind of how it just snowballed, man. Did I think it was going to turn into this? No.
All right. And speaking of, if you haven't checked it out, Halloween 25 Years of Terror is absolutely fantastic. You also do Horror's Hallowed Grounds.
Everybody screws that up. It's Horror's Hallowed Grounds. It's like a tongue twister. I don't know. Everybody messes it up. It's okay. You're not the first. You won't be the last.
Yes, it is. It is definitely a tongue twister. And what made you decide to do the show? And is there any locations that you really want to do that you haven't had a chance to yet?
Horror's Hallowed Grounds was also something that started just as a hobby. I started going to filming locations for fun, and when I became a journalist, the website I was working for was looking for content, like something we could do as a feature. And I said, well, there's this thing I do where I go to locations and I could do it as an article with comparison photos, and they loved it, and we started doing it online. And then that caught on with the guys from Horror Hound. I met Nathan Hanneman at I don't remember what year it was. Maybe it was like 2005 or something. It was at San Diego Comic-Con. He recognized me. And he said, hey, you do that Horror's Hallowed Grounds thing? And yeah. And he goes, well, I do this magazine. And he handed me, it was like issue 3. And he said, would you be interested in doing it as an article in the magazine? I go, fuck yeah, let's do it. So that's how that started. And as far as a show, I was working on Halloween 25 Years of Terror, and Malika Cott asked me if I had any ideas for more bonus content. And I said, well, there's this thing I do as an article that's pretty popular. I've been thinking of doing it as a show. And he liked the idea. And I'd already at that point cut together like a teaser trailer like thing. And he said, "This is great. Yeah, do it." So that's how that started, and it's just snowballed as well,
And you've been to places from The Fog and Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween. Is there any other horror classics that you want to check out the locations that you haven't been to yet?
Yeah, I'm never going to be done. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any like bucket list locations. I mean, there's a few things from films that I've done that I haven't one of my all-time favorites was Clockwork Orange. I did as a written article in Horror Hound, but I never found the house where the writer lived, which was 2 different locations. There was an exterior, one location, and the interior was another location. And they're real locations, so they exist, not sets. And I would love to go to to actually get in there someday. Man, there's so many. I mean, I still, and there's like easy ones that tons of fans have been to, like the mine that was used in Day of the Dead, George Romero's Day of the Dead. I've never been there. I mean, I want to. I was just in Pittsburgh shooting a Creep Show episode, and we just ran out of time. We didn't have time to go to it. I was going to go. Maybe next time.
All right, and being that we are at Walker Stalker Con and it has an emphasis on The Walking Dead, now you are Norman Reedus' convention manager.
Yeah.
I'm sure many fans have already asked, is there any talks of doing a Walking Dead Horrors Hallowed Grounds?
It's tough to do a TV series because there's just so many locations. You know what I mean? I mean, can you imagine trying to do every location from The Walking Dead? And plus the fans, the location thing is caught on big time, and fans are doing them while they're being filmed. You know what I mean? It's like they do tours out here in Georgia, so I think I'll leave that one to them, but yeah, there's lots of stuff I want to do, but Walking Dead, I think it's well covered.
Okay. All right, and you are also a avid vinyl collector. Is there any vinyls that you've bought that you just haven't loved? Is there any that you don't like that maybe you bought?
Records I bought I don't like?
Yes. Maybe you went on a whim and bought it because maybe.
Oh yeah. I mean, it happens. You're always going to get a stinker once in a while. I can't really. Okay, I don't want to put down somebody's band or something. Well, I'll tell you one that I was a little disappointed with. I can't even remember what the name is. It's a band that did an album that is completely inspired by Scanners, and it has Scanners, the poster artwork on the front, like a different rendition of it. Do you know the one I'm talking about? I can't remember the name of the band, but I got it home and I put it on, and it was just so boring. I was just like, man, I wanted this to be something that it wasn't, but I totally, it was a blind buy,
All right, for our last question, we have a fan here. You had some interactions with her last weekend, and this is Samantha Bowman.
Yes, Samantha was nice enough to buy me an awesome Ghost record that I love. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she has a couple questions, so whenever you're ready, just ask away.
Go.
If they made a movie about your life, what would it be about, and which actor would play you?
God. I don't know. What would it be about? That's tough. I mean, I think if you want to get into what people would be interested in, I guess it would be sort of the behind the scenes of what I do in this world. Because let's face it, I'm not that interesting. The celebrities I work with are probably the ones people are interested in. So maybe that's what it would be about. But as far as who would play me, Norman Reedus. I want to make him be me for a change. No, I don't know. I don't know who would. It would have to be somebody stunning, like Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp. I mean, otherwise nobody would believe it.
So true. Okay, and I have one other question.
Yes.
So you collect a lot of stuff from horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
What is like the ultimate horror memorabilia item that you would want to add to your collection?
Oh, God. Well, as far as what I'd want to add, it would have to be props. I'm a big movie prop guy. So the ultimate prop, man, that's tough. I don't even know. There's so many things out there I want. I mean, my ultimate prized possession prop-wise is I have one of the clowns from Poltergeist. But as far as, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I don't know. I'm a huge Clockwork Orange fan, so something Clockwork Orange would be rad, like maybe the big white dildo thing that bobs up and down that he chases that woman around with. How cool would it be to own that, the actual one? You know what I mean? I know a guy who, actually a friend of Norman's, has one. Like it's a replica that I think the person that made him for the film did a limited run of, and I was jealous when I saw that in his house. One of those, something like that. I don't know. It's kind of odd. The thing I want is a giant penis. That's kind of weird.
We're not judging.
Yeah, don't judge me.
No judgments here.
Yeah.
And lastly, if you want to promote any upcoming projects and your social media channels.
Okay. Well, real quick, back to that. I changed my mind. It would have to be the screen-used Alex's cane that opened up and had the knife. That I'd want that more than the wiener. As far as my social media, I'm pretty much at Malfunction on everything, which is the word malfunction, except for replace TION with SEAN, Malfunction. That's at Twitter, Instagram. My personal Facebook is full, but there's a Sean Clark official Facebook. I don't really do that. I joined the Periscope thing, and I did it a couple times. I didn't dig it, so I'm really not doing it. I may break it out once in a while, but that's kind of all I got. Yeah.
All right. Well, I do
HorseHallowedGrounds.com, which kind of just goes to the Horse Hallowed Grounds Facebook page. But that's it. That's it for now.
All right, and we wait to see what is next in your career and future episodes of Horse Hallowed Grounds, of course.
Creep show coming, and working on another one I can't say right now because they haven't announced it. And I asked them if I could announce it 2 nights ago at the Prince of Darkness screening we did at the church from the film, and they Scream Factory wouldn't let me. But fans will be excited, I think.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you. And thank you. And thank you.